Hey guys, happy Saturday night. I'm 2 minutes early tonight, which is unlike me, but here I am, and I'm so excited. I have my blind bags. So this mystery party is coming up on Tuesday, the 18th, the day after Mercury retrograde starts. So I'm so excited, but we are going to pick one person watching tonight is going to get to be our first mystery blind bag opener. So stay tuned to see how that happens. I'm also going to pull some tarot cards for us tonight. Sorry, it's a little shaky, but do you like my new camera? Like you can actually see me, like you can see the necklace I'm wearing. Wait till I get these crystals up close. You can actually like see the shine. I'm excited, and I have my phone right here so I can read your comments. Thank you so much. Shout out to my girl Loretta Vendetta. She hooked it up. She's cool. Don't bug her though. She don't like that. So let's see. I have my cards tonight, and guess what? So I actually already mentioned it. We have Mercury retrograde coming up. So I'm really shocked that I'm on right now, and things are so far so good. But you know, who knows what's gonna happen with the electricity and stuff. And sometimes Spirit likes to talk through electricity too. So you know, we're prepared. We're just gonna go with the flow. Hopefully it'll stay smooth. I really wanted to test this camera setup out for Tuesday because I'm going to be on a lot longer. Tonight's just going to be pretty quick. I'm going to do one quick general reading for all of us going into this Mercury retrograde energy starting on Monday, and it lasts 3 weeks after that. So you know things can get a little bit. I'm not going to say crazy because you know what, we'll have a heads up about it, so it doesn't have to be crazy. As long as we're prepared, it's all good. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining in. Brenda, I see you. Joanne, I see you. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored that you guys are sharing your Saturday night with me. I promise it's going to be a fun night. I actually have some more extra decks out tonight too, just in case I feel called. Like I already felt called to pull them out, so who knows who might be needing a second extra message. But sorry, I got an itch in my nose. Mercury retrograde, we're just going to talk about that really quick. And then we'll do a little bit of readings. And stay tuned because as soon as I do the group reading, yeah, like 5 minutes, maybe 10. I'll pick a person to get a private, like a one-on-one reading, not private, live on here. So if you don't want people to know your business, you might want to do more of like a one-on-one reading with me. But otherwise, it's just a general question. I'll pull 3 cards, and we'll see what Spirit wants to tell you. After the first reading, I'm going to pick someone to win the first free blind bag on my HD camera. So you'll be the first one. And oh my gosh, I've tapped some of these things that was really hard for me to part with because I'm telling you, I go to all the gem shows. I go all, like, not all of them, clearly. I'm not in Tucson right now, but the local ones I hit up, and I found some gems, and they're mainly in this bag. One bag even has moldavite. You guys, do you know what moldavite is? It's like one of the craziest crystals. It's really hard to get. It's expensive, and one of you guys is going to get my biggest piece I had, and it was hard to part with, but you know what? I wanted you guys to have some freaking awesome prizes in here. Tuesday is when I'm going to be doing the live show and doing just these, and then after you get your blind bag opened, you'll get a card pulled to go with it to give a little bit of direction about what your card means. And then if you want to pre-order your bags for Tuesday, go to my website, thevenusmoon.com. It's $15 for your first bag. Look how cute they are. Let me show you a little bit closer. These were the ones I just kind of set up with to start. But you'll get to pick what color bag you want, and don't be fooled by these little guys because some of the little guys have some of the best prizes. All of them have the best prizes, really. You'll at least get 3 crystals. I went a little crazy. So I'm excited to see what you guys get. Also, my new earrings are featured in them. So if you want to pre-order your blind bags, the first one's $15. That's going to cover your shipping, tax, handling, all that good stuff. And then if you want any additional blind bags after that, it is $10 per bag. And there's at least $10 worth of crystals in each bag. That's the minimum. Some of them are worth a lot more than that. I even have my scale. Like some of them might need to be weighed to let you guys know. So I'm psyched. Thank you guys again for joining me tonight. Remember, thevenusmoon.com if you want to buy your pre-sales. I'm going to pick you guys in order on Tuesday night of who pre-ordered their bags, and then people who like just tune in to buy will have to wait, like hop in line. So if you want to be one of the first ones during the show too and not have to stay up too late, definitely pre-order. And you'll get like a cut the line pass. So if you come in at 10 o'clock and you pre-ordered, then you get to go next in line automatically. All right, so we got Mercury retrograde coming up. It could be a little bit hectic time. This is what I wrote down about it. It rules the mind, communication, and clarity, right? It can give us some unexpected glitches in technology and a sense of instability. It's also a time during these 3 weeks you might notice yourself losing things easier, losing time, like, okay, where did that last 4 hours just go? And losing your common sense. Unfortunately, that is, you know, it can get a little hectic. So I just wrote down some tips for us to get through it. You know, this is a heads up. We know it's coming. So as long as we're like, okay, thank you, Mercury, we get it. This is why things are going a little wild right now. You go unprepared. And that's actually the first tip that I wrote down, is to be flexible and be prepared for the unexpected. And just go with the flow. If for some reason you're on this path and you know, there's a rock in that path and you have to go the other path, trust it, because maybe there's something even cooler down the other path. So just trust the universe. Whatever wrenches the retrograde throws, just go with it. It could be something, you know, lead you on your more towards your purpose, right? If you're traveling during this time, just allow yourself a little bit more time. No big deal. Don't overthink it. Don't be scared. Just give yourself the extra time, because, you know, that's the time computers will glitch up. So just expect it. And if it doesn't happen, even better. And most important is to stop and breathe. Communication is going to be a little weird. Your own stability is going to be a little weird. So Mercury retrograde, those 3 weeks, when you're really feeling your like blood starting to boil or things just feeling out of whack, just stop, take some breaths, and just, you know, be in that moment. And it's really a time to practice forgiveness and gratitude. Now, for crystals for Mercury retrograde, the #1 recommended one is actually my favorite, and actually one that I have giant size for someone to win in the mystery bags. It's what I always wear around my neck, Labradorite. It's awesome. It's connected to the third eye chakra, but also it has so many different colors that it really does balance out all of the chakras. Here's a piece up close so you can see it. The ring light kind of, oh, look at that rainbow flash. So this one you actually could win tonight, and this isn't even the only one. There's other ones with this gorgeous flash. See how this new camera makes you be able to see the crystals? Ah! So you guys have a chance to win this. It's in one of these bags. And that's like probably a $30 to $40 crystal if you were to buy it in one of your local gem stores. So you have a chance to win it for free. There's a whole smorgasbord of beautiful, awesome, exciting things. I have my earrings I've been making. I've been wearing them nonstop. They're so comfortable. These are the tourmaline ones. I didn't mix them tonight. Just I needed some extra grounding. But yeah. So let's just jump into the first reading really quick. If you guys are all there and ready, give me some thumbs up. If we get to 25 viewers tonight, I'm going to give away a second mystery bag. So that means 2 of you could win free ones. And if you don't win it tonight, you have a chance to open one on Tuesday. Just pre-shop with me. So let's get into the reading. This is just going to be a group reading for everybody, pretty general. So start thinking as I'm shuffling. Think about any questions you have, any worries, any concerns, any stress, anything that you want to manifest. Think about any people, whatever's going on. This reading's for all of you. Even anyone watching the replay, this is for you too. It's just going to give us a little bit of direction for this part of our journey. For everybody. So take it, you know, as you read the cards and see the pictures, kind of take it in your own interpretation too. For anyone that doesn't know me, by the way, hi, I'm Chrissy. This is my page, The Venus Moon. I have a little shop down in Glendora, New Jersey, where I do readings, and we have all kinds of fun events. This week I have 2 events going up, sound bowls with Reiki and cacao ceremony. Oh my gosh, it is divine. Like, you drink the cacao, kind of sets you on a new frequency. You lay down on the yoga mat. Lucia plays these luscious sound bowls, and you are transported to another dimension. It's incredible. I highly recommend it if you need a way to ground yourself. I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 tickets left to that. Highly recommend it. I will be zenned out with you guys for that. And then on Friday is Andrea is doing a class. Her class, read the description on it because it sounds really cool. So I'm excited for that. Next week we have a class with Eric. All right. So let's see what cards we have tonight. First, we have Strength reversed. Oh, let's see if we can find it without the glare. So notice it's upside down. That's the reversal energy. Sorry, guys. So tonight's the night to work out the glitches, so Tuesday I don't have so many. All right, it's going to be a little bright. There you go. You can see it better there. So you can see when it's right side up, the figure is, she's kind of like taming the lion. It's a major arcana card, and the major arcanas are pretty like literal messages from spirit. They only have 3 cards to give us for this message, so they're going to make them big messages. And Strength reversed is a big message of inner strength. And this position I just pulled it in is to kind of validate what's been going on. So I have a feeling that this Aquarius season, since mid-January till the 19th of February, has been, you know, testing our inner strength and really making us work with that solar plexus chakra. That's why there's so much yellow on this card. Really just having to try to stay grounded ourselves, because, you know, there's all these external things going on, and it's been testing it. I know for me that's true too, but you know what? I feel like I've been doing it. I've, you know, just powering through, really pulling in the inner strength. They have that lion there, so it's like maybe even working with your spirit animal, or just facing the lion, you know, facing those fears and getting through it. She has the infinity over her head. So that's really just saying it's like a pattern that happens, and that this is the part of the pattern that we're in right now, is like having that it hasn't been exactly easy this month as a collective. I hope that makes sense. Not that I hope it makes sense, because I hope it's been easy for you guys, but I mean, I know for me, it's been hectic, definitely. And we're going into Mercury retrograde, so that is only gonna make it crazier. Sorry, I'm just trying to, oops. She has the infinity over her head. There you go. Okay, yes. I wasn't getting comments, so now they are on my phone. High tech. So 2020, Venus moon. All right, so that is our what's been going on. Let's look at our challenge for this part. Basically, what do we have to get through Mercury retrograde, through, you know, this part of our journey, in order to really get to the destination. All right, I like it. And it's a 2. So the 2 makes sense because we are still in February, and it's a more gray card. So it's saying kind of like still in the planning phases. But this is the 2 of Wands, and the Wands is a suit of, it's connected to fire, the energy of fire, and it's our passions, our ideas, our goals, our ambitions. And this one, he's got a globe in his hand, and he's staring out into like where he's going. So this is really a card of travel, some kind of movement. Even if it's not necessarily you're planning a trip, it could be that you're planning on moving up in your job, or moving jobs totally, or just moving, you know. It's really saying that's a big thing that we collectively are all kind of working to get through. We had to stay strong, but this big move is coming up. It's just still a little gray because we're still in the planning phases. February is going to be about planning it and really, you know, kind of cutting any cords, tying up any loose ends, so that way that it's a nice and smooth transition. And Mercury retrograde has a lot about transition too, so it makes sense that this is kind of all going on at the same time. Move these back so you can see. So once we really get through this and start that movement, get that ball rolling, let's see where we're going to go. The Knight of Cups, reversed. So the Knight of Cups, the cup suit is the romance, relationships, emotions, and feelings. And that makes sense because we are going into Pisces season. That is the water sign. Cups are the water element. And it's all about emotions and letting our creativity flow and our self-expression flow, and even just like networking and communication. So it's saying that it's going to be really a personal time of us, almost like leveling up through that. So I feel like this is a super positive message of what's coming up for all of us. You know, we've had, our strength has been tested, but it's okay because we're getting closer to that point of that emotional fulfillment and really kind of like getting into that energy of that networking and the socializing and the just our more abundance in our heart. So whatever it is that you're manifesting for that emotional fulfillment, it's coming, but it's going to start internally. And then once you're really radiating that abundance from within, you'll get to that even next card, which will be manifesting it and drawing it from external as well. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys. That's our quick little 3-card group reading for everybody. Let me just close this message. All right. So I'm going to shuffle these back in. Is anyone watching right now interested in a personal 3-card reading? You know what? No, let's wait a second. I like all the emojis. Thanks, guys. It's like a rainbow. I think before I do another reading, we'll just get right into it. There's 13 people watching. You guys want to try to win a free mystery crystal bag right now? Give me some hearts. I think hearts are a little more loving. Give me some love. Let me know you're ready. And then I'm going to give you a code word to say. And the first person that says it on my end is going to get to open the first bag. And if we get to 25 viewers, then I'm going to pick a second one. So feel free to share this video. Tag maybe a friend that you think would need a reading tonight or would like to open some crystals. I'm seeing the hearts. I love you guys. Thank you. Okay. So when I was kind of like organizing the bags, these 3 just popped out. So these are what I'm going to start with for the first show. I have no clue what's in them because I really just like mushed them all around after I made a bunch. So these could be anything. Don't be scared of the little bags. They're all good though. So let's see. I'm going to count to 3. And then at 3, I'm going to give you a code word to type and send it. And the first person that I see that says that code word on my side is going to get to pick the first bag. Okay, so the code word tonight is crystal. Go. 1, 2, 3, say crystal. And it's going to be whoever comes through on my phone first. So look, I could even show you. So you know, because I know you guys sometimes are like saying it was your side. So we'll all see it together. See this flag? There we go. Oh, I have one. The first one is Carrie. Carrie, you win the very first free crystal tonight. Congratulations. All right, so take a look. See which bag is calling your name. We have, we'll go this way. The little mini green guy. There is the brown bag. And we have pink. So which one's calling your name? Let's see. Oh my gosh, Carrie. Carrie is my slinky sister. I'm so glad you won. Well, I've been glad any of you guys would have won because I love you all. All right, Carrie says the pink one's calling her name, so let's see. So remember, share this video. If we get to 25 viewers, another person will win a free bag. And if you don't win tonight, then you can tune in on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to do another one of these, and you can pre-order your bag. So it's $15 for one. There's at least $10 worth of crystals. The $15 is just to cover shipping and all that too. So your first bag is $10. $15. Sorry, guys. Whoop. First bag is $15. Any other bags after that are $10. I have all kinds of other fun stuff on my site too. On Tuesday, I'll be launching my crystal chip earrings. There's bracelets. You can buy your own crystals a la carte. But enough of me chatting. Let's see what Carrie won. All right. All right. Ooh, okay, so Carrie was needing a little bit of like love and clarity. Let's do this. We are gonna put each one in their own little cup. So some of the bags have 3 crystals, some of them have 10 crystals, some of them have 3 crystals and a prize with it. They're all different. So Carrie's bag had 3, and hers are all kind of, they definitely tell a story, and I'll pull a card for you after this, Carrie, to kind of connect what the meaning is. So it starts with malachite. Let me show you that up close. This is a gorgeous green crystal connected to the heart chakra. Malachite is one of my favorites. It's a more It's not the easiest. Like, you know, when I'm at the gem show, these are a little bit more pricey to buy. So I don't have too many of these on hand. Actually, this is probably my last one. But it's hard. It's still kind of hard to tell. You put this down, do this trick with the hand behind. It's got all these gorgeous like green swirls through it. All right. So that's the malachite. It's connected to the heart chakra. The heart chakra is all about healing, love, but the green crystals also help with abundance, success, good luck. So it's a nice, and it's also a nice grounding green stone. So after that, we have some rose quartz, a nice, gorgeous big piece of rose quartz. Rose quartz also is connected to the heart chakra. So again, that's also really healing. Rose quartz even more though is like a very comforting crystal. It helps connect to your angels, and just like a big hug in crystal form. Really opens up that flow of love and compassion. So these two crystals together are really good for even like manifesting love, or manifesting healing, or even success. And then you have added in a piece of sodalite. So sodalite is the blue crystal with the white marbling, and this is connected to the throat chakra. And the three crystals together, like the sodalite's going to add in that communication, the clarity, the self-expression, just really kind of speaking your truth and speaking up. So it adds that communication in with the love. So it's going to help just really open up this area. It's good if you've been feeling like, I know a lot of people have had coughs right now and sore throats, so this combination is even good for that, you know, to make the lungs feel really good, and the throat and the heart area. So there you go, Carrie. Congratulations. This is such a gorgeous set. This will be good for Mercury retrograde too, to help, you know, it's that like little extra love and calmness that we need. All right, yay. I'm kind of feeling like one more, you guys. What do you think? I'm so excited about these. It's okay. We didn't get to 25 viewers. I'll still do one if we get to 25. But 3 is going to be my limit. Let me just make a note so I remember this is Carrie. All right. I think you guys are excited too. So I just added in a blue bag to take the pink bag's place. Hello, everyone joining in. I don't know why the comments on my laptop are not updating at all. And I don't want to stare at my phone the whole time. So I'm sorry I'm missing all of your guys' comments, but thank you all so much for joining in. Tuesday's going to be the big show, though. So definitely, you know, grab your blind bags. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to be giving more away on Tuesday, too, so make sure to join in. Oh, and Carrie, are you still there? Because you get a reading, too. You get a card with those to kind of tie them all together. All right, so let's see. You take them back out so they can kind of like infuse with your message. So this pretty little love set. So we're just going to ask the cards for a little bit of clarity and guidance on how Carrie can best work with these crystals and go through the next part of her journey. All right. Oh my gosh. So you got a major arcana. It is shouting this message at you, and it is the devil. So it looks scarier than it is. The devil is a card of control and a card of temptations. So it's just really a heads up right now, like, you know, yelling this in your face. These crystals are going to help you. They're going to really help you with your, to strengthen your heart and to strengthen your communication and your clarity. So that way when those temptations do come up, because, you know, whatever your challenge is right now, it's testing your control of something, whether it's self-control or somebody, you know, with like trying to be controlling, or in whatever way, it's really talking about control being a factor of your challenge right now. So, and the temptation is always part of it too with the devil. So just really trusting your heart, listening to your heart, speaking your truth and the self-expression, these are going to help you, you know, really fight this devil. This is the 15th card in the deck, 10-5, and that adds up to a 6. That just kind of adds like an extra nurturing energy, which makes sense because these are very nurturing crystals. So it's just kind of like find that good balance between self-care and then like indulgence, where you can kind of get stuck in old patterns instead of where you want to go. Does that make sense to you, Carrie? Hopefully. These are powerful tools. They, you know, they're ready to take this devil on with you. Because that's the thing with this card. The people that are chained up, they're chained up really loosely, and they could honestly free themselves at any time. So it's, this card's telling you, like, if you're ready, we're here with you. And we're going to get through it, whatever the control thing is. Yay, I'm glad it connects and makes sense for you. All right, you guys ready for another one? Oh, I'm so mad that my comments aren't scrolling. It's always something, but you know, thank you, Mercury retrograde. We knew something would be wonky tonight. That's right. Just trying to get my chair at a good angle. When you guys get your crystals, they're gonna come with, let's see. So I've been a busy bee. I made all my own crystal cards too to go with each crystal, so that way when you get your crystals home, you're going to know exactly what you got, exactly what they're meant to do for you. And honestly, it's really about your intentions when you get your crystals, of like, what do they mean for you and what do you want them to do? That's going to be the most important to program them. But they all have a little bit of different energy each. So this is going to give you some clarity on that. So this, for example, is the malachite. So I made these all up with kind of like what I channeled in for each crystal, and the way that they'll probably help you the best. Or like if you have a certain intention, you know, you can pick your crystals based on what they're meant to do. I just took a weird way to explain that, but hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. These will just give you a little bit of like further information on exactly what you're getting. So I made them for each crystal. It's been a lot of work, but I think they came out really cute and they're worth it. So you guys will all get that. They're in my shop too. I have, in my little office, I have little shelves for you guys to shop too. So if you ever want to come visit me and, you know, we could chat, we could pull some cards, you could shop. I could help you pick out crystals if you want. All right, but what do you think? You guys ready for another giveaway? So here's the bags now. Let me think of what my code word's going to be now. Man, I'm really not good at thinking on the spot. We're going to have our word right now be mystery. 1, 2, 3, say mystery. The first person I see on my end, we'll all look together again. As soon as it comes through, then we will have our winner. Oh, we got one. Ashley Karumi. Hopefully I say that right. But congratulations. You won the second bag. All right, and keep sharing this video. If we get 25 viewers, I will pick one more bag, and I'm going to cut myself off because knowing me, I will give this whole batch of bags away. And then I'll have to really work hard for Tuesday's show. So we're going to just stop at 3 tonight. But if you want to pre-sell your bags, do it now so you can cut the line on Tuesday's live show and get as many bags as you want, guaranteed. If you just tune into the live show and you want a bag and I run out and you didn't pre-shop, then unfortunately I won't have any extras. I made about 100, so we'll go from there. Your first bag is $15. That covers shipping and handling, and any additional bags after that are $10. Then there's all other fun stuff on my site, so make sure to look around, thevenusmoon.com, and I think you could just do /shop to pull up the shop. So Ashley, I don't know if you already picked, but here, let me give you a close look. So we got that little green guy again. No, that's blue. There's green. So green, brown, and blue. What will it be? Brown has been calling you. All right. It's been falling so hard. Let's see then. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm going to do these a little more suspenseful and do them one at a time. So let's see. First crystal Ashley got. One of my favorites and what I'm wearing on my ears. It's a nice hefty chunk of black tourmaline. So black tourmaline is awesome to have. It's definitely like one of the first stones I recommend for everyone to get. It's super grounding. It's protective. It's going to help to stabilize you and help strengthen your security. It's also helps to dispel negativity. So, you know, if someone thinks a bad thought about you, or if you're somewhere that there's just like a lot of vibes around, like I even wear it on my wrist just to help absorb. And that's why it's on my ears, like no bad vibes allowed. So awesome first stone. Let's see what's second. Ooh, so this is going to be a grounding. They are saying you need to do some grounding work for yourself. We have some red jasper, and this is also connected to the root chakra. So is the black tourmaline. So red jasper is also just super grounding. It's really good for your health as well. So if you haven't been feeling well, these are kind of like the nurse set. This combination is really good for like to keep you in balance and keep you in check and keep you just feeling really stable, which will be good with Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde kind of like promotes instability. So these are like, we gotcha, you know, we're going to keep you nice and sturdy. Oh my gosh, so triple threat of grounding for you. I'm excited to see what your card says. So you've got a gorgeous, look at how pretty. This is another one of my faves, and I'm going to just teach you guys a trick with it. If I've never taught it before, we'll see. All right, come on. Let's get clear. This is a gorgeous piece of pyrite. You can see it's got all that druzy on it. So it really gives that nice twinkle. Pyrite is connected to the root chakra as well, but then it's also connected to the solar plexus chakra, which adds that extra strength, courage, confidence, also connected to like gut health. So all these connected will help just with like the lower energies. Like if you're having any kind of discomforts down here, they're going to be the nurse for that. Just very earth connection. So they're encouraging you, you know, I know it's been cold for a lot of us, but they want you to get out in touch with Mother Nature somehow, whether it's like go hugging a tree, taking your shoes off and walking barefoot for a few feet, sitting down and like meditating outside, whatever it is for you. Maybe even just like buying yourself a plant if you're not really a nature person, a live one though, you know, not the cup. But they really want you to ground yourself right now, and that's going to be your most important guidance. So let's pull you a card and see what they want to tell you along with this message. So we're just going to get some clarity and some guidance on how Ashley can be using her new crystal set during Mercury retrograde and this part of her journey. All right. So we have the Two of Cups reversed. This card, when it's right side up, I'm like, this is about your relationship. This is about a connection with somebody. Could be about like a partnership or something, but it came out reversed, and that really adds that internal introspective energy. So I feel like this is just telling you to kind of start from the basics, like that grounding relationship with yourself. You know, it's really about that connection, stabilizing it and getting yourself in balance. Twos are really about balance and harmony. So this wants you to just really come back into your body and come back into the present and like really feel physical strength, and just, it's almost like putting a shield around you. So that way you could, you know, really take on whatever's next. Oh my gosh, pyrite is one of my favorites. Oh, so a trick with pyrite, what I love to do, especially so since your project right now is about grounding, this is a trick that I kind of learned along the way. And they say that you take the pyrite in one hand. I like to do it in my left because the left is about what you draw in, and then the right hand is about what energy you send out. So in the right hand, I mean the left hand, it's about what you're going to manifest. And the pyrite is a manifesting stone. It helps to draw in. And then you add another stone to your other hand, and it almost turns you into like a conduit of this energy, right? So now it's really drawing in, and this is going to kind of directed of what energy you are trying to draw in and manifest. So for you, this is telling you you're going to be drawing in grounding energy. If it's like, if you're manifesting abundance, you could switch this red stone to like aventurine or something green. If you're manifesting healing or motivation, you can be holding citrine. Like, I recommend a nice high vibe stone in the right hand, and it just is really gonna, you'll feel such a difference in your body, and you'll feel a difference depending on what crystal you have in your right hand. So that's a really cool trick that you can do with these. I love the pyrite. I recommend it, you know, whatever you're working on, meditating, manifesting. It's awesome. So congratulations, Ashley. Yay. It's all about grounding and working on this self-care. You know, it's not saying that's all you have to do. It's just saying for Mercury retrograde, you know, for the next like few weeks, this part of your journey is just really like focusing on your connection with yourself and really feeling the best that you can. So again, I'm sorry guys, for some reason the comments on the computer aren't really loading quickly, and I don't want to have to keep like staring at my phone. Let me mark this for Ashley. If we get to 25, it says 14 on my end, so if we get 10 more viewers, I'll pick one more person to win a free bag. If you really want to try one on Tuesday, go to my website and buy as many as you want. I mean, not too many because I don't have that many. I will be making a couple more. But in the bags, I have one of each set of earrings in the bags. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to give away the surprises because there's some awesome stuff. So you guys are just going to have to tune in Tuesday to see what I pull out. You already saw the giant piece of labradorite. But there's so much fun goodies. Yeah, one of the bags I think I put 10 crystals into. Like, I was just going overboard. I was really just like being directed, and I was like, okay, this is what you say. All right, so Ashley, I will get your address. Carrie, you could PM me your address if you want, or, you know, we live close enough if we need to do it that way. Whatever is good for you is good for me. So that's, yeah, I'll leave this empty unless we get to 25 viewers. And until then, do one of you guys want to do a free tarot reading? Maybe I'll do 1 card readings just so we can get more people. And maybe I'll take like 3, maybe 5. We'll see. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. You guys want to do a tarot reading? Is anyone interested? Give me some like hearts or thumbs. So I know you guys are still interested. If not, then I will happily go to sleep. So we're going to do just like one-on-one, quick 1-card messages with a little bit of direction and a little bit of guidance. Okay, I see you guys. I like whoever's got this technique of hitting every single emoji. They're laughing. They're crying. I'm clearly moving somebody to tears. Like, maybe I missed my calling as a Hollywood actress. All right, so I'm going to count to 3, and the first person to say reading will get it. 1, 2, 3, say reading. It's going to get the first free reading tonight. So we can watch it together. None of them say reading yet. All right, let's see who's that. Joanne, and weren't you one of my first tuning inners tonight? So I'm so glad it was you. All right, so Joanne, are you ready? Oh, and I'm gonna watch my phone so we could talk. If there's a way, if you guys are up to it and you wanna like join in, I know there's a way that you can actually request to join a live video, and like, you know, we can have our own little talk show going on. Otherwise, I can read your text through here too. But Joanne, if you're feeling excited, you know, adventurous and want to request to join in the live video, that would be fun too. If anyone's down with that tonight, why not, right? All right, so Joanne, I want you to think about everything going on, any questions, any worries, any manifestations, any stress, and send it to these cards. I'm just going to flip them 3 times while I ask your spirits and guides exactly what message you need to hear right now. And when you're ready, you could say stop, and I will get it exactly when I'm supposed to on my phone. All right, so say, or no, I'm just going to do it 3 times. We're not going to even do that tonight. The 3 is going to do it. All right, so think, Joanne. Let's think together. We're going to get some clarity and guidance and direction for Joanne in 1 card tonight, tarot cards. What do you recommend? All right, so here we go. Okay, so you have the Three of Swords. This is your card for tonight and for this part of your journey. And this is the challenge that you have to get through. And I feel it with Pisces season starting on the 19th. Pisces, again, is that water. It's the emotions. It's going to be an emotional time. It's going to really call for communication, but then Mercury retrograde is going to kind of make the communication a little bit wonky. But our hearts are just going to really be open during this time, and we're going to be feeling our feelings. And this card is really like acknowledging that, like, you know, the Three Swords to me represent three swords in your heart, three big wounds that you're being called to really like identify and kind of make peace with, so that way you can release them and they won't be blocking you. You know, sometimes when we hold these swords in our heart, they will cause us to project onto future opportunities. They could hold us back and make us overthink. They could cause depression and anxiety. So this is a time for you to write a list, 1, 2, 3, figure out what these three big swords are. It could be something from your childhood. One could be just a big challenge that you're going through right now. One could be a person, a whole time period. Whatever these three swords represent to you, they really cause like this dark storm clouds around you. And this card's telling you, you know, if you want these clouds to clear, you're going to have to find some kind of forgiveness, as hard as it's going to be, because these swords are so painful to deal with. So you write these three swords down and try to identify one thing that you could find gratitude for in each sword. Like, even if it's the most toxic situation or toxic person, you learned something from it. Maybe it made you stronger. Maybe it made you smarter. Maybe it gave you new red flags to watch out for, so you know you can prevent this sword from ever happening again. Maybe it puts you where you are right now. But whatever it is, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be the most freeing to find your gratitude in each sword and say, I can't allow you to be a block on my heart anymore. I need to release you and let you go, because you know I can't have these clouds around me. I need rainbows and sunshine. So this is your message. The Mercury retrograde is going to be, you know, kind of bring up the old feelings and the old emotions and the old traumas, but it's for a reason, because this is your time to just release them and move forward. Does that make sense to you, love? Sending a big hug, because these swords, you know, they're not fun to revisit and to deal with, but they're a part of us. They don't have to not be a part, but they also don't need to be like a blockage either, because they're in the past and they're out of your control, and sending them energy isn't helping you, you know? So it's important to just thank you next. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, Joanne. You got this, girl. If you guys have gem stores nearby, Labradorite is really recommended for this part of the journey right now. Mercury retrograde is going to help with the transition. It's going to help to stabilize the energy. It's also going to help us see more clearly. So if you have a gem store, I definitely recommend going and finding a really pretty piece. I wear it on my neck. This is a cool one. Oh, look, you actually almost saw it. It flashes like this really pretty blue rainbow, but only it's very picky. Oh, see? If the light hits it just right. I love it. So Labradorite has these beautiful like rainbows and shifts, and you can actually like hold it and scry into it. So I also sell it in my shop. It's $3 on the venusmoon.com. It will be $6 shipping, though, I'm pretty sure. Or if you're near my shop, you can just come pick a piece up. Otherwise, you know, that's a good one for everybody right now. All right, so does anyone else want to do a reading? Let's see. I'm gonna count to 3, and the first person to say the code word's gonna get it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Say destiny. Watching on my end. Watch along at the lag. Oh my gosh, Loretta, I love this setup. Thank you. Like, I can actually see. Oh, you can see how dirty my screen is. Sorry. I just put lotion on before this. Okay, we got Loretta. As I just said, thank you. Stop. So if that wasn't synchronistic, right? All right, my girl. So are you ready, love? See, we were supposed to be doing readings last night and we didn't. All right, so I want you to think about everything going on. I'm going to give the deck 3 shuffles, and I'm going to pull you a message. So, you know, think about any stress, any concerns, any clarity that you need, any direction, any people, whatever it is, send it to these cards, and 3 is going to do it. It's going to be the portal to your message, all right? Connect. We're just going to get some clarity and some direction in one card, summon it all up for Miss Loretta V. Here we go. Oh my gosh. So I know Loretta's situation, so I kind of can, like, you know what it means, but I'm going to explain it as if I don't know anything, because this card is, I would explain it the same way to everybody. So you can see this is the 3 of Wands. The Wands, again, are our ambitions, our projects, our actions, our goals, just the thing that we're really, you know, working on right now. And you can see they're holding one wand. They have 2 sturdy wands behind them saying, you know, you have a good support system, or at least a good security and stability around you. But the 3rd one you're holding, that's your like plan, and you're looking out into where you're going. And this is the 3. The 3 is all about, their 3 is your number. I know that. So it's calling you, right? And the 3s are, we're going into March, the 3rd month. So I feel like that's really going to be the time of travel for you, of movement, of freedom. Where the first card that I pulled out for the group reading, our challenge was kind of saying we're still in planning mode for the next few weeks. This is saying the movement is taking action for you. So you're really going to be out there into the unknown. Thank you, Frozen 2. The yellow is saying to really work on your strength and your courage and your confidence, and just kind of, you know, build up that solar plexus. If you have yellow crystals, I would suggest tiger's eye and citrine for this part of the journey, because this tiger's eye is going to really like stabilize you and help with your security and your courage and everything. And the citrine is going to motivate you and give you that energy and that excitement that you need, and that positivity. And the 2 together will be just like the perfect balance for what you need to get through this part. But this is saying the adventure's coming, you're there, you know, you'll be in it by the 3. And that's your challenge, is just kind of getting through right now, because this is coming. It's the inevitable, right? So tying up the loose ends that you need to tie up, and doing what you need to do, and getting ready for the journey that you're about to go on. So hopefully that makes sense to you. 3 of Wands, you can Google the 3 of Wands card if you want, and go way even deeper than what I just said. That's just like a quick, my interpretation, but I'm excited. The Wands are connected to fire energy. So fire's calling you right now. Maybe, you know, light some candles, put on a salt lamp, turn up the heat, go out and connect with the sun. You could scry into a candle, you could go to a bonfire, but the fire energy is just going to help kind of ignite your passion even more. So hopefully that made sense. All right, you guys all still hanging in there? Sorry, I keep shaking the table. This is so sensitive. Did you guys do anything fun on your Saturday nights? We took an adventure off-roading in the Jeep, like this, literally. And we found a place called the Blue Hole. You have to off-road to get there. It's very crazy. The dirt roads were all like kind of flooded, so it was like a little sketchy. Like sometimes he was like kind of driving on 2 wheels, and my heart would stop a little bit, but it was cool. And this Blue Hole was breathtaking, but it's got like urban legend around it that if you go in it, you automatically like sucks you down and you drown. So we didn't really go in it. Gabby dipped her finger in it. She didn't get sucked in, luckily. But it was really cool. I recommend, like, I definitely will be going back and bringing some crystals to charge, because that water, it's really, really blue. Like, it's interesting because Jersey doesn't have water like that. Joan, you've been there? It's awesome. My favorite place I've ever been. Oh no, there's a lot, but one of them is the Blue Springs in Florida. I don't think it was called Blue Springs. There's a lot of different Blue Springs. Like, I freaking love when the water is just like naturally blue. So I was so psyched to see some by my house. All right. I'm going to pull another card if anyone is interested. Is the shop open Monday? The shop is open. It's not open Monday. I'm going to be, I'm so busy right now, you guys. I'm actually not taking appointments till mid-April, but the days of events, I will be hanging out at the shop a little bit. I'll be there Thursday and Friday this week. Friday from like 2 to 5, I'm going to be available and open. So if anyone wants to come visit me in my office and come shopping, I'll be there from 2 to 4. I definitely recommend Thursday from 6 to 9 is Lucia and Bijou coming in for their cacao ceremony. You drink this like sacred chocolate cocoa drink, and it just gets everyone on the same vibration, and it just puts you in another dimension. And then you lay so cozy on the yoga mats in my conference room. The lights are low. Lucia starts playing these sound bowls. Bijou's going around giving Reiki to everybody. It is just so high vibe. I'll be giving free little mini readings. And if you come at 6, that's an hour early. Oh, it might start at 6:30 and not 7, the actual singing bowls. Check on my schedule on venusmoon.com if you're coming and you want to be sure. But it is amazing, and I totally recommend it, especially going into Mercury retrograde. It's going to just like really recharge you. I say bring your crystals, bring your favorite tarot decks or oracle decks or whatever, and charge it all with you. It's awesome. And then Andrea has a little class that she's doing on Friday. It's about taking a journey. It's some kind of soul journey. She's going to guide us to travel out of our bodies and, you know, meet with our higher selves and whoever we're supposed to meet with. It's going to be really intense and really like about channeling and opening up your third eye and your crown chakra and connecting with spirit and whoever you're supposed to connect with. I'm psyched for that. This is her first class in my space. So there's, I think, 2 or 3 tickets left for Thursday night. I think we're pretty open still for Friday night. So get on the site to get your tickets, thevenusmoon.com/schedule. Should get you there with all the information that you need. And all the other awesome classes that are coming up. We have Tracy Farquhar coming in March. Bijou is doing an acoustic vinyasa yoga class March 5th. Like, that sounds so cool. Someone's literally going to be sitting there playing acoustic guitar and singing during the vinyasa flow. Tracy Farquhar is doing medium readings, a gallery style for 10 people, and all 10 are guaranteed readings. So that's going to be really cool to connect you with your loved ones. Yeah, and then me, I'm traveling the rest of March pretty much, so I'm not going to be making any appointments. I'm so psyched. I'm going to Sedona, Vortexes in mid-March. So that's really, really exciting for me. And just traveling Vegas. We're doing, I'm taking a solo trip down to North Carolina. So lots of travel going on. So I will be booking until mid-April. So if you want to get your appointment, you can get on my schedule now because it's going to book up. People are trying to book classes already and stuff. So, you know, let's talk if you want to come in for a reading. I do readings online too. You could check my website for more information on the prices and everything for a private reading. And then check out the shop to get some mystery bags for Tuesday. All right, let's see. Let's do another person, another reading. I'm being called, whoever gets this card, I'm going to actually pull 2 cards for you. I'm going to pull one from here and then one from another deck. Vegas, I can't believe I'm going. Like, the power of manifestation, guys, because there was no hope of us going to Vegas for 311 day, and I was just casually manifesting it, and it happened. It all worked out. So, you know, and if it didn't work out, that would have been fine too. I trust the universe. I stayed home the last 2 311 days, as painful as it was, and I had just as good time watching it from my computer. But I'll be there for their 30th year anniversary. All right, so let me think what word do we want to do now. All right, I'm going to count to 3, and you're going to say the secret word. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Say spirit. First person on my end to say spirit is going to get 2 cards drawn. I have Carrie right now. Carrie, I can't wait to see you too, girl. All right, I see you. Alexandria, congrats. So you're going to get the 2 cards pulled. the two cards that I was being drawn to pull you were one of these and then a spirit animal card. It's going to just give you some animal energy to call on for this part of your journey. And it's so interesting when I pull these animals, it's like you start seeing this animal everywhere for the next few weeks. All right, so I want you to think about everything going on, any questions, any stress, any worries. Send it all to this deck, any manifestations too. I'm going to shuffle it 3 times, and that third one will be your reading. You've never done one before? Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm honored to be your first. I hope you get a good message. So we're asking for Alexandria to get some clarity and some direction and some guidance in one card reading. Sum it all up for her, please. Okay, so you have the Hierophant reverse. This is one of the major arcana cards. So they said it's a spirit message. Spirit said, you know, we only got one card, so we're going to make it a loud and clear one. And the message behind the Hierophant, when it's upside down, is talking about your traditions and your values. And, you know, it could be talking about religion or the other people, like the traditional people around you that might be more opinionated, a little bit more judgmental. It came out reverse saying this is a time for you to really like question these values around you, question, you know, what your own belief systems are and where you fall and, you know, what's important to you, and to really release the judgments around all of it and not let it guide you for this part of your journey. You know, it doesn't matter if it's not the same thing you were taught when you were 5 years old. You're on your own journey and you're going exactly where you're supposed to, and, you know, the traditional stuff might not align with it. So this is kind of telling you this is the part of your journey to reevaluate and revisit the traditions. It's the 5th card in the deck, and the 5 is connected to freedom. Like it's really telling you, you know, this is going to be a time of release and freedom for you. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, if you have any like conservative people around you that might, you know, be trying to push you in a certain way, or if you just have these conflicting inner beliefs, you know, like, oh, but I was taught this, but I'm feeling that, you know, it's really asking you to kind of get introspective on it and figure out exactly what your own personal values are. Does that make sense to you? And we're going to pull you an animal to go with it too. So this deck, this is so cute. It's like, it looks cute, but it's like fierce. Like it really gives good messages. So this is the one that I use. It's called Animal Allies. Hey Martha, it's kind of by chance of who gets the reading tonight. I'm going to give you guys code words to say, and whoever comes through first is the one that gets it. But if you really need a reading and you want to do a one-on-one with me, you can go to my website, thevenusmoon.com, and go under services, read the Intuitive Tarot tab, and you can read about what I offer, my different reading types. My private ones, I do them online as well. And price list is all there, and you actually can purchase it right through the shop, and we could schedule it together. You could just private message me and we could set up a reading. I usually do them after 9 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, if anyone doesn't get one tonight, one of the freebies, and you really want some direction, I do a 3-card reading for $11 online and a full 10-card reading, and there's always more than 10 cards, and that is $33 online, which is cheaper than if you come visit me in person. And then also, you could always upgrade your readings for $15 to add a crystal prescription, which is just like intuitively chosen crystals that I pick out to kind of go with the energy of your reading and to go with your own energy to help you with this part of your journey. Yeah, Alexandria, definitely. Like, it is definitely an introspective part. Like, do a meditation and really like. One thing that I like to do is to go back in time when I'm meditating and like find myself when I was a kid and see what was important to me, find myself at different ages and just like check in at each age, send a little bit of love and healing to myself at each age, and see what would have filled up my cup at each age. And I take that back with me into the present, and it really helps to give me some like clarity and guidance on exactly what's going to make my heart happy right now. So let's pull you in animal energy. This let's see, I'm going to do 3 shuffles again. And we're just going to ask this deck to give Alexandria some an animal to connect with during this part of the journey. So this is an animal that you could just call on when you're just feeling like you need a little bit of extra something. And this, I'll read you from the page exactly what the meaning of this animal is. So, look, this is agreeing. You have the sloth. Let's get it so you can see it. The sloth. Isn't that a pretty card? And you're going to be seeing sloths all around after this, I promise, at least for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. But this is the animal that wants you to call, and let's read a little bit about this animal. You know that sloth is telling you, slow down, get introspective, you know, don't rush whatever it is. You got to do things at your own pace. All right, so the sloth is about new perspectives, because think about it, it's hanging upside down, right? So kind of taking how this is saying, like, you know, revisiting your values, a new perspective, seeing from different viewpoints, looking at a situation backwards, forwards, upside down, and from all around. Sloth energy is not about laziness. So it's not saying like, okay, you can stay on the couch for the next 3 weeks and just, you know, veg out and that's your energy. No, it's not about laziness. It is about conserving energy and the importance of spending time alone. So really take advantage when you have that alone time. Don't feel lonely. Say, this is awesome. This is my introspective time to kind of like work on this stuff, do a meditation, take a good grounding bath, or whatever it is that you need to do. Personal space is going to be important for this energy, and accepting yourself as you are and enjoying your own company, being in the moment. So, you know, do you have a newborn? Am I thinking of, I'm losing track, but I'm pretty sure if I'm correct, you just had a baby, right? So I know you'll probably have those late nights when you're awake and just like in your, you know, like you take advantage of those moments. And if that's not you, if I'm thinking of somebody else, still find those moments. This is telling you they're going to be important because they're really about like kind of like reprioritizing this next part of your life and seeing what's important, because that's what's going to help you find clarity of where to go and what to do. Okay, no babies. Okay, so it's somebody else. So, I think it's the same name, but not middle name. So yeah, so just then that's even better. So then you really have quiet. So, you know, don't overthink those quiet times like, oh, I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or I should be hanging with this person. You're exactly where you're supposed to be when it's quiet and you have time to think and really just like, you know, maybe journaling will be good for you just to get it all out. That way you could see it and really like, you know, add the different perspectives. So hopefully that makes sense. Call on that sloth when you're feeling that you're needing some guidance. All right. Anybody else interested? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure you of all people would definitely need that time to like reground yourself and like recenter and rebalance and really cut cords, and because that's hard. At the end of the day, you're taking home all these different people's energy. So make sure every night you're unplugging from them or cutting that cord, whatever you need, and saying like, I can't hold on to this energy. And, you know, in the morning, if you need to plug a cord back in, you can. Or if there's cords you're still holding on to, then unplug. So that way you can focus on what you need to. I love sloths too. They're so cute. All right, let's see. My next word, I'm going to make it a tough one to spell. Let's give you all a fair shot. So the next word, since this is where we are right now, if whoever wants another 1-card reading, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, say Aquarius. Aquarius. So whoever comes through first on my end, saying Aquarius, since that's what season we're in, we'll see it all together. So what did you guys think of the mystery bags? That was pretty fun, huh? All right, I have Joan. It came through first. Said Aquarius. I'm so psyched for Tuesday. I already have a couple pre-orders. Oh, I didn't even announce you guys. So I have a little secret side metaphysical Facebook group, and that is the group I kind of brainstormed the whole idea of the crystal party. So I gave them the first chance to be to pick a person from that group to be the co-hostess of my first crystal party. So the co-hostess is cool. And going forward, crystal parties, I'm going to pick one of any of you to be it. I'm going to put different ways of contest because the co-hostess gets hooked the heck up. They're going to get a crystal just for being the co-host. I mean, a mystery bag. They get to pick the very first one of the night just for agreeing to be my co-host. And all they have to do is just share the post around, you know, post it on their page. They get an extra mystery bag to give to the person of their choice as a gift. Then they get a third mystery bag to give to the group of their choice. They just have to share this video in the group, give the group a code word that we're going to agree on, so that way when someone from that group comes in and says the code word, they will get the mystery bag. So that's 3 free just for being my co-host, and then every 100 bags we sell during the show, they're going to get another mystery bag. So, you know, you be my hype man, you get me 100 bags sold. The more bags we do together, the more hooked up you get. And I'm going to give you guys chances. So my first co-host that I chose from that group, I'm not going to say it because it's my private little baby. But the first co-host is Jackie Adams, which I'm so excited. I used to do a couple years ago something called Pearl Parties. And she, I think, was my first co-host on that by winning a contest too. And she always got the coolest pearls. So I'm psyched to see what crystals she gets. And you guys all have a chance to be co-hosts on a future show. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow my page. Carrie, thank you for reminding me. She's going to pre-order. So if you guys want to pre-order, I have tons of fun bags with so much fun goodies in them. So get in on this. It's $15 for your first bag. Like, I just want to open more bags tonight. I'm so tempted, but I'm not. I'm going to, if we got to 25, but we're only at 5. So I think we're going to be at 2 bags unless somehow we get the flood of people in. Maybe share it with your favorite metaphysical group or crystal group. If we can get to 25, I'll give away another one tonight. Otherwise, you got to wait for Tuesday to see the rest. I have all the earrings in there that I personally made, and these are going to be on my site on Tuesday too. They're going up for sale for $10 each. If you like to wear your protection on your head like me, I wear my crystal grids on my bracelets and my ears. I kind of like plan them all together. So they all do a specific intention for me. My necklace too. Like you can see I'm literally wearing a grid. It's like the star, right? So if you want to wear your own crystal grid earrings, your chance is on Tuesday to buy them. All right, so we're going to pick another person for a free reading. You guys ready? So let's see. My next code word. I'm going to count to 3, and the first person to say the code word is going to get it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, say tourmaline. My favorite crystal. Oh my God. I can't pick a favorite. They're like my babies. It's one of my favorites though. Tourmaline. Let's see who's going to get it. Oh, Joanne, thank you. Oh, Joan. Wait, Joan. I'm giving you guys a code saying Joan already won. So hold that thought. I get sidetracked easily. I am doing. You're right, girl. We got this. Tourmaline. Okay, and you know what? Alexa came through first for tourmaline. So Alexa, if you hang in after Joan's reading, you get to go next, okay? And Joan, since I had a little mix up, we're going to pull you an extra card too. All right, so I'm going to shuffle it 3 times. Joan, I want you to think about everything going on, any questions, any worries, any stress, any direction that you need. Send it to this deck. Whoa, we got jumpers. I'm not going to read them all. If you guys want to come out, you got to come back out in 1 card. You get 1 chance. Not 4-card reading, guys. They want to talk to you. All right, so think about it all, Joan, and let's see what they want to tell you. All right. Oh, so you have another 2 also. I love that we're getting all these 2s and we're still in February. So I feel like this is really talking about your energy that you should be focusing right now in February with this 2. The 2s are usually about like duality, balance, but this 2 is a crossroads. It's telling you that there's a decision, or at least a crossroads that you're at right now, probably a decision that you need to make. You can see the person in the card She's got the two swords up like an X in front of her. She's got the blindfold on, like she doesn't want to make this decision. It's not an easy one. Maybe you don't like confrontation, or you don't want to have to commit to, you know, one or the other. So instead, you're just sitting there with the blindfold on and the swords up saying, like, just make the decision for me. But this is really challenging you. You know, this is about your own self-expression and your own clarity and truth. That's what all this blue is calling you to do. So I would say work with blue crystals to help you get through this energy. The thing with the swords, they're connected to the element of air. And that makes sense since we are in Aquarius season, which is also like and connected to the air. The thing with the air, like I think of the clouds, they'll always clear away, right? So this is a temporary decision. You just have to get through it and make it. The swords, though, are really about just cutting through the illusion, kind of leaving emotion out of the decision. That's going to be important for you to help you see as clear as you can, because sometimes the emotion will be what clouds it up. And we have, again, Mercury retrograde coming up on Monday. We have Pisces season coming up, which are both going to stir up emotions and bring things from the past. We might already kind of be feeling that a little bit. So your challenge right now is just to maybe, you know, write your pros and cons list if that's going to help. Do some journaling if that's going to help. Cut your cords if that will help. But whatever it is, you're meant to take off the blindfold right now and kind of pick which direction that you're going to commit to. Does that make sense to you, girl? I'm going to pick you a guide to work with right now on this part of your journey, since this is such an important time. So this deck is called Ask Your Guides. It's really cool. I like it. It gives you a specific guide to work with. There are some like angels in here. There's some deities. There's some gods and goddesses. But then there's just also like the divine helpers, your higher self, like guides that you don't normally think to work with. So this just kind of is going to help to pick someone for you to be calling on for this part of the journey and give you a little bit of direction on how to work with them. Kind of makes sense. Okay, when you were focusing on your question, what would you say the, like, is there a topic that you were kind of thinking about? Because we could definitely go deeper into this part if you need to. This might help you go a little bit deeper as well. But whatever it is kind of saying that you're at a crossroads energy. And this is the time for you to kind of like pick which way you're going to go with it. And this is going to give you a guide and some direction on which way to go the energy to. So this might help clear it up a little bit. All right. So this card is asking you to call on your divine teachers to help you with balance. And that makes sense. The twos are about balance and harmony. So maybe maybe you've been a little bit off balance recently. Okay, so if it's talking about, if your question was kind of about relationship, maybe if you're manifesting a relationship, this might be kind of asking you to commit to exactly what it is that you want. Like maybe you're being a little bit open with it and saying like not specific enough, if that makes sense. So this might be telling you to really like pinpoint in exactly what it is that you want to manifest as far as a relationship goes, so that way you can really like commit to the direction and get clarity on exactly what direction you want to go with it. Like picture your best life in 5 years. Are you in a house with a family around you? Are you traveling the world with your partner? Whatever it is, you know, visualize that, and then you can kind of pick the characteristics of the partner that you want to draw in. Or if there's already someone in mind, maybe like this is asking you to really get some clarity on if that's the right person. But let's see, it's talking about balance too. So let's see what this wants to add in. Divine teachers. Let's see, where are you? I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of like skim through to give you a little bit of extra on this. Okay, so the words for this card are support, codependency, manipulation, and generosity. So if there is someone in mind, or, you know, it could be about balancing those different energies. Like if it is, you know, feeling like you need to be in a relationship, or putting out like desperate energy, like, oh, but, you know, why can't I have this? The universe kind of takes that as like challenge accepted, and they're going to make you work a little bit harder for it. So maybe finding that balance of like just gratitude for where you are and that you're okay, and like, and then gratitude towards the person that's going to come to you, and like, thank you for sending me a partner, and kind of living like that person's already on their way, and you'll be a little bit more open to receiving them. You're in the delicate process of learning how to properly balance the flow of give and take in your personal relationships. And it's time to evaluate how you're doing. Are you giving too much, leaving you resentful and angry? Or are you withholding when you could give more, leaving you feeling guilty and defensive? Your divine teachers can help you learn how to better align your relationships so that you neither give nor take too much as a means of controlling others. So I feel like that makes sense along with this. Like, just, you know, don't have your wall and your guard up so hard that people can't get through, but also be open, you know, don't give too much of yourself either. Like, just find that good filter to help the ebb and flow of who you're letting close and who you're keeping away. Because sometimes having your guard up, like this card is doing, this card's almost like in defense mode too. Like, so maybe you've been burnt in the past, so that's why you're just like, you've got your swords up instead of your cups up. So it's just kind of like asking you to find the balance around that. Really having compassion with yourself, and you're going to find your balance from others. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Call on those divine teachers when you're feeling like you need that little extra balance, and kind of commit your energy to exactly what it is that you want to manifest. Does that make sense to you, Joan? And those divine teachers will help you. So, you know, you might be calling on one person, one spirit, or whatever, but call on your divine teachers, because maybe there's a lesson that you're meant to learn in all of this, and to kind of like shift the energy that you're putting out in order to attract exactly what it is that you want to. Good, I'm glad that it connected to you. Okay, so Alexa, are you still hanging in there? Thank you, Joan. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and good luck with that. I'm excited. You can work with some blue crystals, since that card was very blue. That helps to with the flow of self-expression and communication. Helps to keep that throat chakra nice and open. So if you have, like, for example, sodalite, lapis lazuli, angelite, blue lace agate. There's so many beautiful blue crystal stones. You could like wear it as a bracelet. You could buy the blue earrings in the shop on Tuesday. But I would say carry a blue stone around with you. That's going to be kind of what you need to help with the flow that you're wanting to call in. Okay, Alexa's ready. All right, Alexa, so it's your turn to think about everything going on, any questions, anything that might be causing stress, or any clarity that you're needing, or anything that you're working on manifesting. I want you to send the energy to the deck. I'm going to give you 3 shuffles, and then we'll see what it wants to say in one card. All right, so we want to get a little bit of clarity and direction for Alexa with one card. All right, let's see. Yes, do the pyrite trick. That'll definitely help. Maybe even in the right hand hold sodalite and a green crystal for the heart chakra to really help the balance of the two. All right, so let's see what Alexa got. Oh my gosh, I love this for you. So you have the High Priestess reversed. This is another 2. We are getting all the 2s tonight, and I love it because it's February, and like, of course we would be getting the 2s, because this is the energy that we're in right now. This like duality kind of, it's such an airy Aquarius time, but then we're going into Mercury retrograde and Pisces energy, so it's like really a time of balance and finding the harmony around us. And you got the High Priestess, the second card in the deck, and she came out reverse. So the reverse adds very personal energy to it. And the High Priestess, she's the most intuitive card in the deck. She is just all about using her intuition, using that third eye, maybe telling you, you know, it's time to be giving readings to other people, or, you know, working more with your intuition for yourself and calling on the higher self more and doing more spiritual work. But she really is, she's connected, and this is confirming that, like validating that you have this connection and you have this intuition. So really be tuning in and listening. It came out reverse saying, getting that kind of introspective energy. So whether it's saying like you need to meditate to get more in touch with your higher self and ask the higher self, you know, for the answers that you're looking for, or whatever it is, like working with the high priestess really is just like working with that higher self. Or if there is like a divinity that you work with, a goddess, a god, an angel, a spirit that you work with, you know, really building that spiritual army around you. I call mine the spiritual mafia, you know, and trusting in them and listening to them and being open. They're going to guide you and put you exactly where you're supposed to go. And you already are connected. Like this card is just validating that for you, that, you know, this is the time for you really to be amping it up and leveling it up and taking it to help other people, you know, like really trusting in it. So that way you could do what your calling is telling you to do. And it's really just like validating that part of your calling is going to be using your intuition. Makes sense. I love it. And, you know, it's going to be important. Like I said, going into Mercury retrograde, communication is going to be thrown off. Like things get a little bit glitchy and wonky. So your skill to get through this time, and the Pisces energy too, is just adds that emotional, and again, communication's crazy and we're emotional, and like you're going to be using your intuition to really like cut through and see the illusions and see what's important and what's real and what's just like the energy being a little bit off. She's just very just confident and calm, and just trusting that everybody's where they're supposed to be. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what you're being told to do. Just work with that higher self to get through this. And a crystal that's connected to this card and also is connected to Mercury retrograde is labradorite. It really helps with transitions. It helps to see the big picture and see the clarity. I always wear a labradorite necklace. They're one of the prettiest stones I have. Here, let me show you guys one. If you missed it in the beginning, you can see it's got like this gorgeous rainbow. It's connected to the third eye. So it really helps to open that up and amplify it. But then the rainbow adds all those other chakras, so it kind of helps to balance everything. It's going to help us to just like see that intuition and use that, trust our instincts. Yay, I'm glad that makes sense for you. All right, I'm going to keep going, you guys. If you guys are still hanging in there, you guys want readings, I'm down for some more. Remember, if we get to 25 viewers tonight, I will do another blind bag. If we don't, that's cool too. We are going to trust the universe that they are meant to be all saved for Tuesday. But definitely tune in Tuesday for the big show. That is when we will be going through these. Every time someone opens a blind bag, they're going to get a card pulled to kind of sum up what their crystals are meant to do. The blind bags are full of so much. Like, I literally went overboard making these. I put some really fun stuff. I put some bracelets in some earrings in some big crystals in some free readings with me, which is a $60 value in one. Yeah, some of them have 10 crystals in them. So like I definitely like hooked it up. So tune in Tuesday if you want a chance to win a mystery blind crystal bag. You can go to my site, thevenusmoon.com/shop, and that's going to take you to where you go to buy them. You can pre-shop now, and then Tuesday we can open it. If you don't care about opening it live, you could just leave a note when you're checking out and say, I will open the bag myself, and then I will just send them over to you Monday probably. Hey everyone, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I'm so psyched. So go to the site. It's $15 for your first bag. It is $10 for any additional bags. That covers your shipping, all that good stuff. I'm so excited to see what everybody gets. Definitely tune in Tuesday night. It starts 9 p.m. Eastern time, and it's going to be fun. The hostess is getting hooked up. We got a bunch of people already bought, so get your pre-sales in so that way you don't have to wait till like midnight to open your bags. It puts you in line, and it gives you an automatic line cutting pass. So if you pre-shop with me and you come in at like 10 o'clock and, you know, there's a line of people going, then you can cut the line and go in front of everybody. 9 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, guys. All right, so let's pick another person for a one-card reading right now. So let's see. We're going to say, I don't even know if I did this one already, but we're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3. So this is anyone who wants a reading. I am doing them free right now, and they are just by chance. If you get through when I save the secret message, then you get one card pulled. If you feel like you need more communication and guidance and clarity, then private message me or go to my website under Intuitive Services to read my menu of what I offer privately one-on-one. You see my prices. You can even book online. But for now, it's just one card, quick guidance to get through Mercury retrograde and just as part of your journey. So, oh, thank you, Alexa. And some fun events coming up, guys. So definitely check my schedule on the website too. All right, so I'm going to count to 3, and the first person that says my secret word, which I'm not going to say until I say 3, will get this next reading. Okay. 1, 2, 3, say moon. That's the easy one. Oh, Joanne, do I sell necklaces? I have like 1 or 2 random ones in the shop. Okay, Lauren Farina, you came up for the first one to say moon, so congratulations. You get to go next. I have very like random necklaces in the shop. I do sell pendants of tourmaline and selenite. You could add your own string to. I sell some mala beads, but not really any other like random. And there is an amethyst necklace in one of these bags. Oh yeah, Martha, there is totally a delay. So, and I trust it. I go with the flow with the lag. I get it exactly when I'm supposed to see it. So Lauren came through. Lauren is up. Lauren, I want you to think about everything going on. Think about any questions, any guidance that you need right now, any blockages, challenges, manifestations, whatever it is. Send it to these cards. And I'm going to shuffle it 3 times and pull you 1 card to give you your clarity that you need right now, or a little bit of guidance. Okay. You ready, Lauren? Oh, thank you, Carrie. Good night. Congratulations again. I have your bag, so let me know what you want to do to pick it up. Or if I could send it to you, no problem too, if that's easier. Or I could even drop it off one day. You let me know, girl. We got this. I'm keeping you in suspense, Lauren, aren't I? Let's see what your message is. All right. You have the 4 of Swords. And this came out the right side up. The 4 of Swords is another card, though. Even though it's right side up, it's still a card about introspection, meditation. You can see there's 3 swords hanging up already. These are the 3 challenges that have been fought and done already. They're, you know, hanging on the wall. They don't really need your energy or your focus into them. But then there's this 4th sword that you're laying on that's lit up yellow because it's going to take your strength and it's going to take your courage and confidence to really like figure it out and get through it. But it's telling you, you know, this sword is going to take some introspective work on it right now to figure out a plan on exactly what it's going to take to solve it. And the swords can be the challenges and the blockages and, you know, like the temporary battles going on around you. And this is one important one that's really asking you to kind of lay low on it. You don't have to take action right away. It's like pretty gray around it, which I feel like is telling you it doesn't have to happen overnight. If anything, it's a 4, so that could be saying by the springtime, you know, is when this is really going to go into action. It's just asking you to keep working on the plan. Any papers, get them in order that are revolving around whatever this challenge is that you're getting through. You know, just get everything in line that deals with it. Figure out what's not important in it so that way you can release it. It's really, swords ask us to solve things very logically and like straightforward and cut through the BS and just like release the emotional attachments to it so that way we could solve it like as rationally and efficiently as possible. So this 4th sword is asking you to kind of like put that meditation time into it. So, you know, give yourself a nice bath if you need, where you could just like put on some meditation music and go where you need to go, or however you like to meditate. You could put on like guided meditations, binaural meditation. You could just lay down in the dark and get in touch with your higher self, or yourself as a kid, or yourself in 5 years. Whatever's going to give you like the guidance and clarity you need for this sword. But this sword is definitely saying like it's a big battle, so it's going to not. It doesn't have to be like a dramatic battle, but whatever it is, you know, like a puzzle that you're working on solving right now. So saying just put a little bit more attention and focus into it, so that way you can really see like the clarity and cut through it easily. Does that make sense to you? And by the spring, I feel like you'll really be like in action on this, if not already like through it. Hi, Kristen. So everybody that's getting readings tonight, it's totally by chance. It's a one-card readings. I give you guys a code word, and the first one that comes through is the one that gets the card pulled. If you want private readings, I do charge for those because, you know, it requires an appointment. It requires more time and energy. So those are on my site, thevenusmoon.com. You can get the prices if you go under Intuitive Tarot Services. I'm glad that made sense for you, Lauren. And that card, it had the yellow on the bottom, like dealing with the focus that you're working on. So I would say yellow crystals would be really good for you right now, like tiger's eye, to give you that extra strength and that courage and confidence you need to deal with this challenge you're working on. And also like citrine, which is more clear and bright and fizzy looking, and that's the motivation and the like positivity. The two will really help balance out your focus on this and help you just like have the energy that you need to get through it. All right, I'm gonna do a few more readings. We're at 7 viewers. I told you guys if we got to 25, then we would open another bag. Otherwise, we're gonna save them for Tuesday. Congratulations again to Carrie and to Ashley for winning the first 2 free bags tonight. Oh, hi, Rose. I'm so happy you caught me too. I miss you. You're so far. But I'm so proud of you. All right, so let me think of another code word. Guys, it's so hard. It's so hard to think on the spot like that. Well, I'm just going to go through the crystals. Let's see. I'm going to count to 3 and say the code word, and the first one I see on my end will get it. So 1, 2, 3, say amethyst. And here, I know there's lag, but we're going to see the person who comes through first on my side at the same time. Nobody yet. That's Rose's hearts at the bottom. See the lag? I bet you guys have sent it like 3 times already. But I trust it. Whoever comes through, it's like a traffic jam. We have Kim Donnell. Did I say that right? Congratulations. You get the next 1-card reading. Anyone else that wants one, hang in there. I'm going to do a couple more. Okay, so Kim, I want you to think about everything going on. Think about any questions, any clarity, guidance, anything stressing you out, anything that you want to manifest. Send it to the cards. I'm going to do 3 shuffles and give you a 1-card reading. So we're just going to get some clarity and guidance for Kristen with 1 card. Is that? No, Kim, I'm sorry, not Kristen. Let me do my 3 again because I don't want to send the wrong energy in. Okay, we're getting clarity and guidance in a 1-card message for Kim. Okay. You ready? You there? Okay, so Kim, your message is the Chariot. This is another major arcana card. The Chariot is about the external influences, the things that are out of your control, just really being thrown at you, and kind of like you're in this chariot having to charge through and get through it. You know, just it's really a card of perseverance and strength and like focus that, you know, the external things don't throw you off the track that you're on. But it came out reversed, saying that maybe the external things are getting a little bit overwhelming. So this is a card just telling you to keep going, keep charging through, don't lose focus, don't lose sight, you know, stay on course. It's nothing that you can't figure out. And maybe some of the external things aren't even yours to be carrying right now. Or it could also be saying, especially because it is the 7th card in the deck, 7 is all about analyzing and really like doing your research, taking your notes, like figuring out really intently on the situation around you or whatever challenge that you're dealing with. And the reverse adds that introspective as well. So it could really be saying, you know, whatever these external things that are coming at you that you're charging through, maybe saying to do a little bit more research into them before you charge through it, you know, or like go a little bit slower and prepare yourself more mentally or protect yourself a little bit more before you charge through. Really like cover all of your bases so that way, you know, keep charging through, but don't just like be impulsive as you're charging through. Don't just like get through to get through it. Appreciate the lesson going on around you and really like take the knowledge that you can from the situation. Does that make sense? Do you feel like there's a lot of external things going on? The good thing with the Chariot, if you look at the bottom, the little black and white sphinxes, I always feel like they are representative of the yin and yang energy around you, saying that you have a good support system, even if it's your own self making your stability and your security around you. But the white and the black represent the yin and yang energies, you know, like you have the more grounded, focused people around you. You have the more like spiritual, creative people around you to really help kind of balance you out, and you could kind of get like advice from who you need to in different ways. The fact that it came out reverse even is saying like you have those skills all in you too, like you have the grounding and you have the creativity and the spirituality. So, you know, it's about finding that good harmony of those and not getting too caught up in one or the other. So that way you could just like get through it as efficiently as you can. Yay, I'm glad it connected with you. Congratulations on getting through. All right, so we're going to do another one. Let's see. All right, the next code word, I'm going to count to 3. Send me some hearts right now so I know you guys are still watching because it's like a little bit quiet. Just so I know if you guys are still interested in reading. We're going to do maybe like 1 or 2 more. Tuesday night, I'll be hanging in a lot longer, doing the mystery bags. Tune in. There's going to be chances to win more free bags on Tuesday. Jackie Adams is going to be our hostess, so she's going to pick a group too. So if you're in groups with her, cross your fingers that she picks your group to give the code word to for a free bag. We're going to do the usual, like 25 viewers, I'll pick a free bag. So Tuesday's going to be fun. You could pre-order your bags now if you want to join us for the crystal party on Tuesday. And that will give you a spot in line. Otherwise, you kind of will jump in line as we are going through the party on Tuesday. All right, I see you guys. Okay, so I'm going to count to 3. And the first person to say the code word is going to get this next reading. I might only do 1 more after this. All right, so that's your heads up. So hang in after whoever gets next. 1 more person, and then I think I need to sleep. All right, so 1, 2, 3, say Venus. My cards don't want to go. So the lag is real. No one came through yet. And yet Rose with a heart at the bottom. I like being able to prove it to you guys that this lag. All right. Rose, I knew it was going to be you. I knew it. All right, so Rose gets his next reading. Hang in if anybody else wants one. All right, so Rose, we are going to get you a little bit of clarity and guidance and direction in 1 card right now. So I want you to think about everything going on, any questions, any clarity that you might need or guidance, any blockages or challenges, anything you want to manifest. send it into the cards, and we will get a one card answer. You knew it too. Girl, we're connected. Of course, we both knew it, especially when Venus was the code word. All right, so I'm going to give 3 shuffles, and then that's going to be your message. All right, I'm really being guided to pull an animal for you two after this. So let's see what card you got. So you have the Page of Swords. A lot of swords tonight, and that makes sense with the Aquarius, because Aquarius and swords are both air energy. So we have these like challenges that we're getting through, and a lot of them were reversal too, or asking us to be introspective on it. Now the Page, they're about stepping out of our comfort zones, new beginnings, just really like taking on new challenges, especially the Page of Swords. It's saying that there's, and it's reversed. So it's like an introspective challenge that you're working on right now too. But definitely like something new where your knees are shaking a little bit when you think about it, you know, pulling you out of your comfort zone a bit, which I can't imagine Rose having, I could see you doing anything being in your comfort zone. So whatever this is though, it's involving a sword, meaning it's involving like a little bit of a challenge or like a mental puzzle that you're meant to be solving right now and get through with this new beginning. So it's definitely like telling you to leave emotion out of it as you're solving this challenge. That's going to be really important advice for you. Just being very like logical and rational in it, in the problem solving. And again, we have Mercury retrograde starting on Monday, so just having that heads up and being flexible, which I know you are, being prepared for the unexpected and just kind of going with the flow, which I know you do. But it's your challenge. So if you aren't sure of what this new beginning might be, it's definitely coming during probably in the next few days, because we're switching into Pisces, which is that water and that emotion. So it's really saying, maybe figure this out before we go into that retrograde emotional energy. Does that make sense to you? I know that like face cards are a little bit more broad in these kinds of readings. They don't give quite as much direction as like a number and a suit would. But hopefully that makes some sense to you. And we're going to pull you an animal too, just so you can call on, because it'll almost be like your little helper animal. And you can call on this animal energy when you're just feeling like you need a little bit of a boost for this part of your journey that you're on. So we're going to get Rose some animal energy to call on. I'm not good at shuffling tonight. All right. Ooh, I love it. It's funny, you got the fox. Me and Gabby just read The Gingerbread Man. That was her book tonight she chose. And if you don't know the story, it ends with the fox being sly, and the gingerbread man rides on its back through the water, and then it goes deeper and deeper till it has to sit on his nose, and then he eats it. So I think that Smark is really like, this fox is talking about the intellectual and the like, dexterity almost. All right, so let me read you a little bit about this fox, and I'm sure you are going to be seeing this fox everywhere for the next few weeks. So the fox is talking about invisibility, adaptability, keen senses and awareness of your surroundings, which I know you have. So now you have an animal to work on that with, to really call on. It's about camouflage, charm, smarts, and the element of surprise. This will practice blending in with your surroundings and moving through your world unnoticed. This will allow you to see and hear things you might otherwise not, to receive messages from the universe, and to discover hidden truths. Fox is also a protector of family and home, always returning from her magical adventures to the warmth and safety of the den. Girl, I got goosebumps. Follow your natural instincts. Pay attention. I feel like you're already the fox, and this is just kind of saying like, I'm with you, And, you know, let's work on this together. Like, call on me when you need it. It is your spirit animal. Oh my God. I love it. That's so exciting. So, you know, embrace that fox for the next, for this part of your journey, for real. Maybe get like a little fox totem if you see one, or, you know, I don't promote animal fur and stuff, but like if you saw in like a secondhand shop something with fox energy, maybe that would call you. All right, so, and look at these cards are both very similar in color, a lot of blue. So that's the throat chakra too. So really, you know, use that self-expression. Even though the fox is asking you to kind of like blend in and be stealth, still speak your truth when you feel called to it. That's going to just like really help cut through the BS that the swords are asking you to. I know. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a fox. Yay. All right, you guys. I think this is going to be my last reading for tonight. I'm going to pick one more person, and then I'm going to close out. So just really quick, let me go back through. You could watch the replay of this video. If you didn't get a reading tonight, I did in the beginning a 3-card general reading for everybody watching. So even if you're watching the replay, you can kind of meditate along with it, and the reading will still be good for you, at least for the next few weeks. I gave some information about Mercury retrograde too. That's pretty important. So, you know, start from the beginning when I'm done. And if you don't get your reading tonight, you'll at least get a little bit of clarity and guidance. You could tune in Tuesday for my mystery bag show, my first official crystal party, where you get to choose from 3 mystery bags, and they are full of all kinds of goodies, crystals, jewelry, free readings, even some other surprises too. So you can go to my website, www.thevenusmoon.com/shop, to see a shop. And that's where you could buy these crystal bags. It's $15 for your first one, $10 for any additional. The $15 is just to cover. The extra $5 is for shipping and handling and all that, the packaging and stuff. I'm probably going to have to up it for the next party. I'll see what happens after I go to the post office Wednesday, because I always underestimate shipping and then end up paying so much extra. So take advantage while it's $5 for shipping and handling, because it might go up for the next show. But I'm also going to be giving away a lot of free bags too. If you pre-order though, you'll definitely be guaranteed bags, and you'll get a space in line to open them. You'll even get a line cutting pass. So if you join in, you're joining the crystal party late, you could just cut the line and get your bag opened. So definitely check out my site. You could also check out thevenusmoon.com/services to read about my tarot readings I do and the crystal prescriptions I do, and what I charge for, you know, private one-on-one readings and guidance and all that. And then you could also check out /schedule, and that's the calendar of all the fun things going on at my office down in Glendora, New Jersey. So if you're local to South Jersey, oh my gosh, we have so many fun things coming up. I have 2 events this week, another event next week. I have 2 events for the first week in March. Then I'll be traveling till mid-April, so you guys won't be seeing me much in March and April, but I'll be back. And we'll be back to the crystal parties too. Definitely join in. You'll get a sneak peek on my website. The earrings will be going for sale on Tuesday if you want crystal earrings. I love them. They're so comfortable. And my ears are sensitive, and I've been wearing them nonstop. And there's one of each crystal earring pair there's like 8 different bags with crystal earrings in them. So you guys have chances to win them in there too. All right, so this is my last reading of the night. Let me think. Why am I so not good at thinking of a word? All right, so I'm gonna count to 3, and the first person to say the secret word is gonna get this next free reading and last free reading of the night. 1, 2, 3, say universe. So let's see who comes through the lag. There's only 7 of you, so you got a good chance of getting this. Right, I see you said me, but let's see if you get through first for the universe code word. Just so you guys could see the lag. Yep, Ray, you were meant to be. All right, so you're my last reading of the night. Everyone else, go check out my shop. Reserve your mystery bag so I can make sure I have enough for everybody. Tune in on Tuesday. Also, for every mystery bag that you buy and open, or even that you win, I'm going to pull a free card to kind of give some guidance on how to use those crystals. So there will also be readings during my mystery crystal show as well. All right, right. So I want you to think of everything going on, any questions, any worries, any guidance that you need, any blockages or challenges, any manifestations. Send it to the cards. I'm going to give you 3 shuffles, and that will be your message. All right, so let's get ready. Some clarity and guidance in 1 card, you guys. You've been doing good. All right. And wait, you guys have to compare this video to the last one I posted. I think it was like back in October. The clarity is so much better. Thank you to my girl, Loretta. She hooked me up with an awesome webcam. I got the ring light. I got the umbrella light. Like, we are glowing. You can actually see the crystals this time because in my last video, they looked like little black blobs in my hand. Now I can see the rainbows in the labradorite. Look at this. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? All right, right. So let's see what card you have. Oh, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, love. This is an important message for you, especially Spirit connected us. So you're meant to hear whatever this is. Okay, so you have the King of Cups. The cups are all about our emotions, our relationships, our feelings, romance, creativity. We're going into Pisces season, which is also connected. They're both cups and Pisces are water. So this is really talking about working with water right now, the energy of water. Sometimes Spirit works through water too. So that, you know, if you're working on any type of like channeling or connections or meditations or anything like that, your best bet might be working with water right now, whether it's like taking a nice bath for yourself, or if you've ever tried floating, that's really cool, or like going to the beach or a lake, or like somehow just like being able to touch the water and feel what comes through you. The water's definitely calling you right now because we have it coming from so many different areas to you. Now, the King is about master energy. So this is really telling you, like, your challenge right now, especially because it's a more gray card, so that's why I feel like it's a challenge, is to master, whether it is mastering the emotional, like balancing the stability of the emotions and finding like some harmony around it, or mastering the relationship stuff. Like maybe it's your challenge is kind of like leveling up as far as your relationship goes, or if you're working on manifesting a relationship or you're already in one, it might just be kind of telling you like, to really like visualize your best life as far as that relationship goes, whether like again, whether it's manifesting or you're already in one, what will truly fill up your cup and make you feel like you mastered it. And that way you can kind of see the stepping stones laid out of what you can start doing to make sure that you can pull that master energy in, because whatever's coming next to you is really going to involve feeling that like rock steady emotionally. Really filling up your cup and finding your abundance. Whether it's like physical abundance or just like abundance of love and gratitude and compassion. But again, we have Mercury retrograde coming up, which is a time of like instability and emotions getting out of control and communication kind of getting mixed up. And then the Pisces energy that we're starting on the 19th is about emotions too. So it's going to be like these emotions are flowing, but retrograde's going to throw some wrenches into it, and you know there could be some miscommunications coming up. So it's really asking you to just like be aware, go into it with the heads up, be flexible, be prepared for the unexpected. Let's see, breathing is going to be really important for this part, you know, to help kind of balance everything out. Just when you're feeling like, you know, the flow is going crazy and it's like big choppy waves around you, just like try to stop and disconnect from everything for a moment and just focus on your breathing, really center yourself and get back into your body to help the waters kind of calm down around you. Does that make sense to you? So this is really a time of you to like master that. So some other good ways, you know, I love meditations, I love yoga to help me just kind of like find my zen and find my balance and, you know, be able to disconnect from the outside world for a little while. So hopefully that made sense to you, Ray. King of Cups. And let's see, since you're my last reading for tonight, I'm going to pull you one more card. Let's see. I'm going to do the self-care. I'm going to pull you three self-care cards because these don't really, they don't have like a book connected to them or anything. They're more just a little gift you can give yourself during this part of your journey to help give back to yourself while you're going through this lesson. And the King of Cups, you can see they have a lot of blue and a lot of yellow in their clothing. So, and a little bit of like reddish orange. So I feel like the blue is talking about that clarity of communication. The yellow is talking about your strength and your confidence. And then that little bit of like red and orange is about your grounding and your stability and your security and your self-care. So you could kind of blend those colored crystals if you have them. Like a crystal for your root chakra would be black or red. One for your sacral chakra, which would be the orange color, it would be like cornelian is a really good one. And then yellow, you could do tiger's eye or citrine. And then the blue, I love sodalite for that. So you can almost like make a little grid for yourself. I feel like this is asking you to kind of balance a lot of different energies. So let's see what your self-care cards say. Just getting some little gifts that Ray could give back. All right, this one jumped out, so we're going to say this is an important one. Come on, focus in. I got to figure out this ring light situation. There we go. So this card's asking you to just follow up on the health checkups. So I don't know if you have anything scheduled yet, or maybe you've been putting one off. I know I have. One of my TMI, but one of my crowns came out, and I've been putting that off. So I know if that card came from me, it would be telling me like, okay, girl, make that appointment. So if there's any appointments you've been thinking about making, or you know you have any appointments coming up, it might just be asking you to kind of like get that tune up, get everything figured out and balanced out physically, so that way you know that's not something that you have to worry about. You can just really focus on the emotional stuff. Next is this way. Aw. Come on. I want you to see it before I say it. Ring light. Turn down. All right, you can kind of see. It says, look for fairies. And I love that. This is just asking you to kind of like be a little bit whimsical, like where this is so grounded, the physical stuff. This is telling you to like get out in the forest, look around, trust the spirits around you, you know, follow the synchronicities, look for the fairies, look for the elves, whatever, you know. Like get back in touch with your child, your inner child, and really like be open to that whimsical, mysterious part of life. You're connected too, and the fairies are around you. You probably have fairy energy in you too. So, you know, this is a time for you to just be aware of the different energies around you. It's like the human experience is so serious, and the fairies are asking you, like, you don't have to take it so seriously. Let's see what's last. A dream journal. Get it a little bit more zoomed in for you. So I don't know if you're someone who has like intense dreams, but this might be telling you to keep a little notebook next to your bed and write them down. I really feel like when we're dreaming, we're going to another dimension. You know, we're in this lucid state, and we're able to connect to different energies and like different universes going on. So those dreams might be giving you an important message too. So write down what you can remember. Oh, good. Wait, are you kidding me? So you do dream vividly, and you dream about fairies. So write this down. It's important. I mean, maybe you're supposed to write a book about fairies. Maybe you're supposed to, you know, your journal might help people in some way. So, or your dreams might be giving some kind of important like messages that you're channeling in. So write them as soon as you can remember them. They may tell you something. I love that. So those are your messages, you know. Do the health checkup, look for the fairies around you, do the dream journal, and really like mastering your emotions and relationships is very important for this part of your journey. I love it, right? That's so synchronistic, the fairies and there they are, fairies in the dream journal. Let's see, this book says, are you sleeping? I love that it says that too. Make sure you're getting your good night's sleep. I know I'm not, so easier said than done, right? But get your full 7-8 hours. That way you can really get into that REM and download what you're meant to be channeling in. Yay. Well, thank you so much, Ray, for connecting in with me tonight. I hope everyone loved their readings. Congratulations again to Carrie and Ashley for winning the first 2 crystal mystery bags. And if you guys are interested in participating Tuesday, make sure you check out my website. If you just want to learn more about what I do and what we're offering at the Venus Moon, check out www.thevenusmoon.com. Make sure to follow me on Facebook. You could DM me if you have questions on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, the Venus Moon NJ, New Jersey. I have an office in Glendora if any of you guys are local to South Jersey, where we do all kinds of fun events. I have some really good stuff coming up next week, so make sure to check my schedule. And thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. This was so much fun. I always appreciate you guys sharing your energy. If you did get a free reading or 1 crystal tonight, let it be about the energy exchange and pass it on, you know. Do something good for somebody else. Pay it forward, right? And start paying it forward even if you didn't win tonight, because maybe that'll be your ticket to win the free bags that I'm giving away on Tuesday or the free readings. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. Have a great night. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys do something really fun tomorrow. Go do something grounding before we get into this Mercury retrograde. And if you didn't watch the beginning of the video, go back and rewind it. You can get your reading in the group reading that I do at the beginning. And I talk a little bit about Mercury retrograde and what you guys could be doing to prepare yourselves. All right, so thank you. Mwah. I love you guys. I will see you Tuesday. Good night.